Greetings, dear viewer. Something crazy is happening on the European West server. While everyone else is busy watching Worlds, there's a player who has taken the biggest meme build in League of Legends, Shen, and turned it into an unbeatable strategy. This player has just reached 1.4k LP Challenger, dominating everyone else and having a monster win rate on Shen. What is his setup? How does he do this? The question will be answered in this video. His build is something that I have never seen before, okay? Let's start with the runes. This guy has Unsealed Spellbook as his keystone, as a jungler, okay? Now most of you might be thinking, okay, we're cooking here, but it's not something crazy, right? We've seen it on Orange Jungle maybe, way back, and it's some junglers, you know, who don't know what keystone take might go Spellbook. But there's a very good reason why this player takes Spellbook and why he goes for Domination Secondary. We're gonna look at his clear here. What we noticed first is that he didn't use his E on the Krug camp at all. He saved his E for the Raptor camp in order to clear it faster. Now he's gonna walk towards the Wolf camp. He's gonna use his blade before he arrives so that the empowered auto-attacks are ready. Now he's gonna use them up, one on each of the camps. There's an invade. Let's see what he does. He's gonna start with a Q. He wants to get the empowered Q here. Look at his Q cooldown. It's 2 seconds. He gets the slow. He has his smite. He's gonna smite the Wolf camp, and the Kayn is gonna flash. He still has flash, so he's gonna look for a play. He has the possibility to E-flash here, but he needs to be careful. He needs to be careful not to die. Will he catch up to that guy? No. He will just let him go. I think he's gonna go for an execute. He's gonna focus on his clear. But the blue buff is gone. What do? We go in the enemy side jungle. So we know from this information now that Kayn started Raptors and probably went blue Gromp into a Wolf invade. That's probably his path. We are gonna instead try to go for a top gank. We're gonna not do that. And instead, we're gonna go to the Scuttle Crab. This is the home of River Shen. We live in the river. We apply permanent pressure on the opponents. The key idea with this whole pick and play style is to be everywhere on the map all at once. And that's where Unsealed Spellbook is gonna come in handy. He's now gonna go to the next Scuttle Crab. He's gonna again use his Q beforehand. Look at this. We're gonna use Q, right? Yes, Q, and then start hitting. You could have used it way before. You know, you have still 3 seconds of cooldown ticking. So if you used your Q way in advance, you could clear the Scuttle Crab a little bit faster. Now he's a little bit scared that Leona will try to take the Scuttle Crab, but he's just gonna... Probably he's gonna stay here. He wants to get 900 gold for Bummy Cinder. That's his objective right here. He always goes Bummy Cinder on his first pack. He's gonna look for a little bit of an invade angle. He has his smite up. And he manages to steal it. The jungle gap is massive this game. Looks like enemies might try to cancel recall. Okay, yeah, we get hit by Kaiser W. We have an option. We can recall, or we can go for our Krugs. But I think we're gonna recall because we want our Bummy Cinder to speed up the clear. Oh, we are gonna gank. It's River Shen time. Just perma gank on repeat. Hello, Kaisa. Hello, Kaisa. We're gonna go Leona. Okay, we got the E. Is it winnable? It's a little bit slow. We are not using our W. We are waiting to bait. Okay. Calm. Reset. Now, let's just get the recall off and then we can talk. Okay. So, here, first item, Bummy Cinder, always. The reason why Shen Jungle is now in a better state is because of the recent buffs to Bummy Cinder. Bummy Cinder by itself now increases clear speed by a lot because of the buffs that happened maybe 4 or 5 patches ago. I don't remember. Maybe it was more. Maybe 6 patches ago. Now we're gonna go and we're gonna meet the Kayn here. But we are strong since we have our Bummy Cinder. We're just gonna have to get our empowered Q. That's the main thing. We're really denying the Kayn's opportunities for any invades here today. So we're gonna probably smite this away. Beautiful. And there's a gank topside. Maybe we can make it in time. No, that guy's dead. Oh, never mind. That guy's not dead. Warwick played it well. We're gonna go clear the Wolf camp next. Look at this. What timer is it? 555. What happens in 3 seconds? We're gonna get our first spellbook swap. And thoughts here. What is it gonna go? Ghost. Okay. Why do we go Ghost? Because it allows us to make a big play immediately at 6 minutes. We're gonna do a big gank with our Ghost. And the next spell swap will be the most important of the game. Now, some of you might already be able to predict what we're gonna swap to next. But look at this. We have the potential to just press Ghost and go into mid lane. Are we gonna do that? We don't care about that. No. Instead, we go invade the enemy wolves. We don't care about any gank angles. We're just gonna take enemy wolves. We are gonna be a thorn in Kane's side this game. Looks like we are able to clear the wolves here, and then maybe even Gromp as well, and then look for a bot gank. That's probably our idea here. Alistar is recalling from base, so it's a 1v2 in the bot lane. We're just gonna steal... Okay, do we have to go? What are we thinking? Do we still clear? Misfortune is outplay. We're ghosting, we're moving. I think that's a free kill. Kaisa used ghost already, assuming no summoner spells. So we can just E and kill this guy. Beautiful, that's a freebie. Then we can look for the Scuttle Crab. Probably we're not gonna waste time taking the dragon at this point in the game, and instead just clear our camps. I assume that's gonna be the order of business here. Let's talk a little bit about our main character of the story. Kiyo73, but this is actually just a pseudonym, because the real name of this guy is Yoki37. He's a Polish jungler, and he's gonna press ultimate here on the Akali. We're gonna instantly taunt out of the stealth, look to kill the Ryze. Maybe he dies to Ignite. Nope, Ignite timed out already. We can Q and flash out attack, but we are not gonna do that. That would be crazy. We can probably... We're just gonna die. Okay, we're gonna chill a bit. Here. What do we buy out of base? We're gonna go Giant's Belt, and I think nothing else. You could go Rejuvenation Bead, because the first item will be... it will be Heartsteel. But instead, we're gonna save that money, because the Rejuvenation Bead is not gonna give us much. And the reason why Heartsteel is so good in the jungle is because HP is the most gold-effective stat to increase your pet damage. And this is what Shen needs. So he goes Bummy Cinder to get AoE damage, and then he goes as much HP as possible so that the pet is always able to clear the small camps, right? So we have a lot of HP, then our E deals more damage, our pet deals more damage, so then these multiple, like, you know... Oh no! Bro, leave the wolf, I don't want to see that. We're gonna go directly into the fight here, and this is a 2v3. I don't know if it's winnable. We still have flash, we might need to flash here. Or we might not need to flash. We can probably... Oh, okay, we can probably look to take our camps. The wolf clear here was a little bit suspicious. Now, what I'm thinking right here is, how are we 90% win rate in the past 20 games in Challenger? And we can still be allowed to make mistakes. This seems to be some kind of free elo strategy that I've yet to figure out. But we are gonna see here what happens when we get to 10 minutes and we get our next spellbook swap. Are we gonna smite this camp or no? I think maybe not. Okay, since the Q deals so much damage, it's fine to not smite. Then we're just gonna clear this wolf camp. Bro, I am now thinking, how hard could I cook with Shen jungle? Maybe I steal his build and we go play a little bit. It's tempting. So we're gonna go into the Raptor clear here. And it's maybe a good time to talk about the rest of his runes. So he goes Spellbook, then he goes Magical Footwear. This is a very standard rune for junglers, obviously. But what is interesting is he also goes Biscuits in the jungle, just to get that extra HP. Because the real value from Biscuits is not the healing, even though it's valuable. It's the fact that you get free 90 HP by 6 minutes. And this HP is again gonna speed up your clear. So it's just another source of immediate HP. This is why Biscuits are so OP, by the way. Now what we're gonna do here is, now we're gonna get our first, or rather our second spellbook swap, and it's gonna be teleport. This is the spiciest part in the game, okay? At 10 minutes, you will have your ultimate, and you will have teleport at the same time. And this is the illegal part about Shen jungle, okay? So you're a jungler with 2 TPs at this stage in the game. You can ult anywhere you want, or you can let your Yorick die in the top lane, and then you can TP to whatever objective or gank or whatever you want. And the most important thing is, why we don't swap to teleport at 6 minutes, is because the second swap is at 10 minutes, when teleport has transitioned into... Look at this. This is unleashed teleport already, by the way. Remember, it's unleashed teleport, so it's fast. And you can just TP on a ward, and you can just take the enemy raptors like this. It's just insane tempo that you gain from this. It's I mean, might just be the new meta, to be honest. Let me see what we are gonna do here. We have a lot of HP. We have 2.3k HP. We have 2 giant spells, Bummy Cinder, Ruby Crystal as well. And we just want to fight right now, I think. We're spending a lot of time looking for this fight, but it's not gonna happen. We might instead go for a top dive. Yorick is dealing a little bit of damage to the Jace. The Alistar is gonna go in, Kite Machine, that's a professional player, and then we're gonna steal the kill. Beautiful, beautiful. Just magnificent, magnificent reversion gameplay right here. Oop, there's a Kayn. We're gonna hit, we're gonna get hit. And then we're gonna kite out a little bit. Leona is coming, but we can QW to stop his Q. Beautiful, good timing on that. Then we're gonna E out. Gonna relax a bit, Alistar doesn't want to relax, Alistar wants to fight. We might ult that. We're ulting the Alistar with damage reduction, so the effective HP gain from our ultimate is higher. We're gonna try to focus the Leona down. We have E-Flash here. E-Flash, look E-Flash. Oh, look E-Flash on Kai'Sa. Nope, 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 we are relaxing. We are being patient, we are being very patient. Okay. I think that was an opportunity for an E-Flash. The thing is, he ran a little bit out of energy because he is spamming his Q without being able to hit targets. So that's something that happens on Shen. You know, if you just don't have targets to hit and you keep spamming Q, then you're gonna run out of energy. Just gonna get a freebie here, to be honest. The Jace goes in and we're gonna get another kill. I think we're gonna take Scuttle Crab recall by Heartsteel, and it's gonna be a good situation. The other interesting part about this guy's setup is that from runes, he goes attack speed, movement speed, and movement speed has just been buffed. The movement speed chart now gives you 2.5% extra movement speed, when previously it gave 2%. I think the gold value on that is quite high, and I think I'm going to be testing it once I return to League as well. We're going to buy the Lucidity boots here as well. That's to reduce our summoner spell cooldown as well as our ultimate cooldown. More value from the actual normal ability haste, since it doesn't give us that much summoner spell cooldown reduction anymore. Obviously, we are also running Cosmic Insight for the item haste as well as the summoner spell haste. Now, the item haste helps us because we are going Heartsteel first item. So the Cosmic Insight is going to reduce our Heartsteel cooldown so that we get stacking faster. We get on that exponential growth train as fast as possible. And now we're going to clear the Raptor camp, and then we're going to have access to our next summoner spellbook swap. And in this position, what I would think would be something like, I would probably go for an Ignite, something quite aggressive from the spells. There's a big play going on. Rise is under tower. We're gonna E-Flash. We're not gonna get much done here. Okay. It's looking a little bit interesting here. We have our spellbook. We're gonna go Exhaust. Okay. Exhaust can make it happen. It's also a proactive summoner spell. Even though it's a defensive summoner spell, the slow is able to be used in a way where... Ooh. Exhaust here, maybe. Exhaust. Yes. I mean, obviously Ignite would have done the trick as well, but Exhaust... Ooh, okay. What is going on? We are 300 HP. We're going into enemy jungle. Look at our ultimate cooldown, though. We have 4 seconds on ultimate. I think what we can do is we can reset here. If they don't cancel us, we can reset. This is huge. Look at this. Hopefully we get the recall off. Redemption heal. Doesn't matter. Recall off. Instantly ult Yorick. Do we buy HP or something? No, we don't. We just W. We just E. We're gonna kill the Kayn out of ultimate directly. Then we're gonna Bomba. That's another kill. Then we're gonna Bomba another one. Okay. Absolute cinema. There's a Rise here as well. We're just instantly gonna double taunt through the Rise into the Kai'Sa. Another Heartsteel proc. We have 100 HP from... We aced them. What was that? What is happening? Does this guy have some kind of like mind control buff? Is Shen just free elo? Have I been delusional all these years? Maybe. I mean, I always knew it was free elo champion, but what is going on, bro? Quite a sequence. Maybe a sequence. No, I don't know how to make a Shen joke out of that. Sequence. Anyways, looks like we are double clearing here, getting the Scuttle as well as the Rift Herald at the same time. Does he want to give the Legend stack to the Misfortune? Look at this. This is team play right here. He's gonna give the Legend stack to the Misfortune. And we are gonna face... It's like, I'm watching this guy play, right? And I'm like, at the same time, I'm like mind blown, and then mind blown in a bad way sometimes. But it's good. It's good. This guy's cooking for sure. This guy's mega cooking. I think we're just gonna wait for our ultimate here. We have 2.3k HP. What are we buying in this situation? We're gonna go for the dead man. Yeah, dead man's plate technology. I approve this message. There's a play in bot lane maybe. I don't know if Akali's not gonna take that E. I think that's just E to her grave if she would take that. Instead, we are just gonna walk. Maybe we can look to kill Kayn here. Miss Fortune gets knocked up. Try to taunt the Kayn out of the ultimate immediately. Nice. But Kayn manages to buffer his Q. I think it's impossible to stop the Q if he buffers it immediately out of the ultimate. So Miss Fortune unfortunately dies. But enemies don't have jungler and we have smite, so they are not able to take the dragon unless they are completely psychopathic. I think they might be still doing... No, they gave up for sure. They gave up for sure. Yes. We have Herald. I'm interested to see how he uses Herald. Our spellbook... The one thing about spellbook in jungle... Okay, there's actually two things. This, like, the arguments against spellbook in jungle is you're often in combat, so it's harder to get the spellbook off cooldown swap, you know? But then again, you're also in combat in lane. So maybe it's not... Maybe you can choose in jungle when you're in combat and when you're not. So maybe it's fine. The second thing is, because smite is such a low cooldown ability, sometimes having that spellbook swap will be annoying because you can't access your smite. But then the counter argument is just spam your summoner spells. Just perma use them. You don't have to wait on them. Because you're the jungler, you can just make plays all the time. Looks like we're gonna be able to get a kill with the Heartsteel proc. And what is our Herald doing, by the way? Herald is farming minions. That guy is proxy farming. And we're gonna say, Herald, do your job. You're gonna run into the tier 3 tower now. And then we're gonna run into the tier 2 tower as well. I'm not sure why we chose Cleanse at this moment in time. Maybe it's for the Leona. Maybe it's for the Rise W. I would have personally loved to see Heal or Ignite maybe. But maybe he's cooking with this Cleanse. I think we're gonna finish our Dead Man's Plate. And then we can look for an ultimate directly out of base. We're just gonna buy one Ruby Crystal. Nothing more. Okay, interesting. I would have maybe gone for a Kindle Gem here. Try to get some ability haste for my next ultimate. But Ruby Crystal leaving the options open. Nah, actually, I'm not gonna say that's good. I don't think that's good. I think you should for sure use that 400 gold. I think it was more of a like not knowing what to buy kind of situation. We're gonna ult on the Alistar. Miss the E, but I think we can still play this. We're gonna W, block most of the damage here. We're gonna hit by... Okay, there's the cleanse technology, okay? The moment you get hit by that Leona ultimate, we're just gonna cleanse it. And we somehow pick up that kill with Bummy Cinder again. I wanna see an E-flash. I'm going crazy here. I'm going in. I wanna see some action, you know? We're gonna hit that, Heartsteel proc. Bomba. Double combo. Okay, relax a bit. Huh? Where did that guy go? What was that damage? Can we win? Okay, we go out. We'll go out. Go back. We run away. He wants to turn. He wants to turn here, by the way. Double taunt. Double... What is going on, man? What is going on in this game? Okay, Rise is doing a play. We're still looking for it, by the way. No, we're not. Okay, we're just gonna Is this normal, bro? I'm gonna go for the Widoshma Oslava. No idea what that is. Yeah, Spectral Skull. I've never seen Polish League, by the way. I guess I should watch more Polish League streamers. And I think we're just gonna go directly for the Atakan, the most important objective in the game, in this meta. Every Worlds game is just, you know, they just immediately go Atakan fight at 20 minutes. It's obviously not like it doesn't decide the game, but it matters a lot, you know. It increases your win probability by a significant amount when you secure the Atakan. I think people are slightly overestimating it when they just, you know, use naive win rate statistics on Atakan and they say like, oh look, the team who took Atakan has 87% win rate. Yeah. Yep, surely not a selection bias issue from winning teams. But it's still, like, it's a massive objective. It matters a lot. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna take the Atakan and then we're gonna look for a fight. And if we win this fight, I think the game is in a very good situation. And double taunt out of the ultimate. Atakan secured. Last spellbook swap. Let me see it. What are we taking? Beautiful. That's River Shen in Challenger. We have to investigate more. Thank you for watching.